It's where the big stories live, and we've got all of the biggest entertainment stories for you this morning. I'm Tokumbo Tyro, and this is Tea Time. Hello, and welcome to the program. And before I bring you the main stories of the day, let me quickly bring in my co-anchors. First up is the bubbly but thorough Lakbe Banjo, and next is our very own utopian advocate, Ife Oshunkeye. Hello, people.
Good morning.
Okay, so before we delve into the stories, let me quickly ask you, Ife, because I know let's quickly talk about Yoko B.
Yoko B, yes. So yesterday, we were able to reach out to Yoko B, and he agreed to speak to us. So I think you would see that shortly how the interaction went. And we also got through to Two-Face's manager, like we said earlier, Ife, and he said he has no idea about what is going on between Yoko B and Two-Face and the whole allegation. But Yoko B is accusing Richie on the beat, the original producer, he claims, leaked out the song to Two-Face's camp, and we couldn't speak to Richie on the beats because it was his manager that picked up the phone, and all he had to say after all said and done was no comment.
So take a look. We spoke to him yesterday. This was how it went down. Have a quick look and have a quick listen.
I don't actually have a problem with Two-Face. There's some people are saying that I'm accusing Two-Face of stealing my song. The person I first reached out to was my producer. I called my producer, tried to tell him what the issue on ground. He didn't give me anything concrete. He didn't give me anything reasonable. The things he was saying wasn't understandable to me. So that was what pushed me to make a post and comment I made out there.
So what proof do you have that you actually created the song? What's your proof?
I released my own song, but if you go on my Instagram page, if you check my bio, you will see the link there. I released my own song 5 months ago. And the song was produced in our own studio when my producer Richie worked in First Stack. Before he got employed by Lazada, he moved the studio from First Stack to Lekki. Understand? And that's where probably Two-Face works. That's where he got in contact with the song matter.
So what are your plans? Are you going to take any legal action, or you are just going to let it slide?
The reason why I did what I did is for I was so hurt, I almost thought of committing suicide. Sorry to say that, but the thing got to me very badly. It's a song I'm just working. I'm fine on the video. I just finished negotiating with Davido for the video shoot of this particular song. I'm not asking anybody to pay me on. Let me say, I deserve the credit. It's my song.
Am I on to reach you on the beat?
This is his manager.
Okay.
Talk to me. What do you want to sing for?
We're interested in the Yoko B Two-Face case, and Yoko B claiming that Richie on the beat was the one who produced the original song, and we just want to hear your own side of the story.
Okay, like I said, this is the manager, but we don't have any comment.
You don't have what?
No comment.
Okay, but are you familiar with Yoko B?
No comment.
Okay, so moving on from that, we're going on to our second story for the day, which is on the U.S. immigrant mother's story, which involves Ryan Reynolds, Amy Schumer, Chadwick Boseman, and many more celebrities. They all come together to tell this mother's story. So this is really quite interesting, isn't it? That if let me come to you, tell us the story, because I know this lady is from Honduras, yes?
Yes.
Okay,
so this is an immigrant that I think there was a type of crisis in our country, and the militants tear gassed a house in Honduras, and she had to run and seek refuge in America. So she went to the immigration office, the immigration border in America, and was seeking asylum. So they told her to write a statement of what happened while she's seeking asylum, which she did. And as soon as all the formalities were completed, they took child away from her. They separated her from her child, put him in a car, telling her that the child will be going to another detention center. and she will be going to another detention. Even though she was worried, but this is a woman that was desperate at the moment. So they took a child away, even though the child was crying, and she had to comfort the child, and she didn't even get the chance to. So it's been months now. She doesn't know the whereabouts of her child. She keeps getting reports that, oh, their child is fine, is in a different detention center, but that wouldn't comfort. That's like what Chimamanda was telling us yesterday, that the joy of motherhood, like she would feel it more, and she was really feeling it, and she just wants to know how a child is faring, and still no answers. So I think an organization came together and got celebrities to give this woman a voice, this woman that on a normal circumstance wouldn't have a voice to express how she's feeling. Now these celebrities have taken it upon themselves by speaking for her, reading her statements, and it should be noted that when she was writing the statement, she specified that there was no perjury involved, and she's doing this with a clear conscience and all of that. So I think this is a very noble act for all these celebrities to come together to give this woman a voice.
Okay. Lagwe, let me come to you, your initial reactions, and who were these particular celebrities, if you remember, because I think from what I understand, there were about like 30.
Yeah, I can't remember every single one, but I think Amy Schumer, Chadwick Boseman,
Method Man.
Yeah, Method Man, a couple others, different kind of walks of the entertainment industry kind of came together, gave this lady a voice, and it's kind of like an anti-Trump movement as well against his separation moves, which actually he's just recently revoked. So hopefully, as a result of that new law, she'll be able to find her child.
Okay. And what's your reaction to, you know, how they were able to put this together? This is a completely different method in terms of,
yeah,
you know,
I don't think we've ever seen this kind of thing done before.
Exactly.
I think in her case, she, I don't know actually how the celebrities got a hold of it, but it was like a domino effect. So I think Amy Schumer, don't quote me on that, I think Amy Schumer got it first, and then kind of garnered the attention of other celebrities to get involved and back her.
But I can't help but bring this in because I knew they were the ones that were responsible, the ACLA, I keep forgetting the acronym, but I know it's the American Civil Liberties Union, ACLU. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Because it sounds like UCLA.
I know, that's why it keeps confusing me. I have to go back and like try and remember it properly. They had a big part to play in this, you know, and I just wanted to I think we need to give them credit where it's due, because like you said, she didn't have a voice. They gave her the platform and were able to put these celebrities together. Ife, what else do you have to say regarding this whole issue?
About this, I just hope that Marian gets reunited with a child, and wherever the child is, now that she has a voice, I'm sure they will be doing something about it.
Okay. Lagwe, before we move on?
Yeah, I mean, similar to if I hope she finds, you know, gets reunited with her son, and I hope there are no long-term effects of the separation.
And then this child needs medical attention because according to an immigration officer she spoke to, the child has an ear infection and cough. So she should be treated.
I'm sure it will all be
sorted
out eventually.
With immediate effect.
All right, then before we take our next story, we'll take a quick break and then we'll be right back.
Thinking of banking in Africa? Think Zenith. In today's fast-moving, fast-changing world, you need a financial partner that understands your unique expectations. A bank with presence in major financial centers across the world, with the enabling platform to facilitate seamlessly, whenever, wherever, however. A bank with best-in-class financial solutions from a superb combination of technology and human touch for easy, fast, and secure banking that creates real value. Turning dreams into reality is now in your hands. People, technology, service. Zenith Bank, in your best interest.
Welcome back. You're watching Tea Time, and our next story is on Linda Ikeji. Now, the headline regarding the Bloggers TV is that it has made 30 million in its first month of operation, and it's making the headlines around, you know, just all around, basically.
Yeah.
So, like, well, let me start with you. What's your initial reaction to this? Just a month and 30 million naira.
I'm not surprised. She's got a huge following and has a huge fan base of people that go there for news sourcing. So for her to kind of merge into TV, I think it's taking her quite a bit. So, I mean, this is long overdue, I think, in my opinion.
Okay. If let me ask you, how did this story come about? Because, you know, I know she hasn't released the statement.
Yeah.
And even if she's made that much money, I don't think she would want to tell people immediately.
Yeah.
So how did this story come about?
Well, I wouldn't say she wouldn't want to tell people, even
Not
though
at
she
this stage,
wasn't
after
the
1
one
month.
who told people, but of course she's aware. I'm sure her sister must have asked her, can I talk about the figures you made? Can I talk about, do you get? So it was her sister Sandra who came on social media to like dole a lot of accolades on her sister, like, oh wow, my sister made 30 million, saying that people, you better start praying to the God of official Linda Ikeji because it does wonders, blah blah blah, that she made 30 million in her first month of operation of a new television station. So yes, I think it's good news for her, and I think this year has just been really good for Linda, because from getting engaged to being pregnant to
But it has not been smooth sailing all the way through. Let's not
apart
forget
from when
Kemi Olunloyo. Exactly. So it's not been smooth sailing.
Definitely, there are always stumbling blocks on the way. So that's, but you can't still say because of that one thing, the year hasn't been good for her. The year has definitely been good for her. And 30 million naira is a whole lot of money. If you can make 30 million naira in your first month of operation, then imagine how much you make in a month. And like Lakwe rightly said, she has a huge following. People go there for news sourcing. Apart from that, she's more into the entertainment stuff and showbiz, basically. And then with showbiz, I don't think you can ever go wrong, because that is one thing that...
I think you can go wrong. That's why not that many people have been that very successful. But there's every business.
But she's doing like reality TV shows. She's not doing like... so she has like teenagers following. I said teenagers. She has like millennials following. She has a millennial following. And these are the people that are our target audience at the moment. And she's making a lot of money off that. And yes, it's really good for her.
Lakwe, do you think by any chance that, you know, people are going to be, I don't know, well, how do you think competitors are going to be reacting to this news?
Well,
like other entertainment and TV stations?
I feel like she will disrupt the market a bit to an extent, just because, you know, she's taken quite a bit to move to television. And also it's online, it's an online platform, which means that anyone and anywhere in the world can watch it. And a lot of people that want to connect with Nigeria and like the global news go to use her platform. So it's only easy just to migrate to her TV space.
Okay. Do you think by any chance that she's just following in the footsteps of Perez Hilton? Because I think Perez Hilton started, you know, in blogging before venturing into TV. I'm just thinking perhaps she's following in his footsteps. What's your take?
Possibly. Maybe she might have been influenced by him. But I think she's a mogul, really. I think she's got her hands in different things, and she's quite smart. She turns a lot of her ventures into money quite quickly, so it's good on her. I'm happy for her.
But if you ask me, I don't think she's trying to be like anyone else. I think she's just walking her own path right now, because she was the first official blogger we had in Nigeria, and then she's like the first to do this as well. A blogger opening an entertainment online TV
That's
station.
what I'm saying. That's what Perez Hilton...
So I just think it's just something she's doing. We can't say she's doing it. She probably doesn't even know Paris Hilton started off that way.
Not Paris Hilton.
Perez.
I said
Perez. Oh,
yes,
okay.
because he's one of the most popular, if not the most popular in the US. You know, he's our Linda Ikeji over there. So he ventured into that. And I think maybe, I'm just thinking, I don't know for a fact. I'm just saying perhaps that was what influenced her, but we don't know that for a fact.
Why do you always try to look for the...
Why do you always advocate for utopia?
Everything. Why can't you just leave it at Linda Ikeji is doing a good job and
Because
let us move
people
on?
influence us, and we take, you know, motivation from people that influence us.
So you don't think people can be original in their thinking or what?
If she was original, she wouldn't do this. She would do something else, because someone else has already done it. Originality is about doing something that anyone hasn't done before. Or do you not agree?
I do agree with you.
Thank you very much.
Clap for yourselves.
Lakwe, do you want to say anything else about this before we...
More power to Linda, man. She should get on with it and make all the money that she can.
But Tokubo, if you're looking for a conspiracy theory, why did you just
I'm not looking for any conspiracy theory.
Why did you just say that? Why did she let her sister review this? this without revealing anything because I think that's a planned job. You
No,
can't
but
tell
it's
me.
a bit awkward for her to reveal it because it will be really proud.
I'm glad you agree. Up next, Davido has announced the date of his O2 Arena concert. And now, are you going to say this is a conspiracy theory? Because you know Wizkid has done
Okay, my own initial reaction when I saw this was like, okay, if you are talking about someone who is not being original, I'm just going to say it's Davido. I'm a big fan of Davido, but on this, I think it's too soon. Even if he has to shut down the O2 Arena, I don't think it should be so soon. Even though it's still next year, I think it's January 27th next year. That's the date he announced that he's going to be shutting down the O2 Arena.
Okay.
But no doubt about it, is actually going to shut it down.
Okay.
so.
But is this original or not original?
It's not. It's
Okay,
not.
I'm glad you...
Well, no, but
Well.
we can't say it's not original because it's
I'm going to go by your first answer.
It's every musician or artist's dream to shut down the O2 Arena. So it's actually like like a goal for them. Let me shut down the O2 Arena. I'm sure even Lil Wayne would... Has he shut down the O2 Arena, Lil Wayne?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, but I'm sure it's something he would also like to do. You understand? Because a 20,000 capacity place and everybody would want it. So it's a goal. The only problem I have with this is why so soon, especially when we know that there's a kind of rivalry between you and Wizkid. So are you trying to say, okay, because Wizkid did it, I'm going to do it immediately?
Exactly.
Like,
That's what I thought when I read it.
That's just childish. But man, at the same time, this is business. This dude is trying to make money.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I just think that you thought, okay, if Wizkid can do it, I can also do it. What's your take, Lakpe?
I don't know. I think the O2 Arena will always be a venue, and I think they're both artists, and it's just a milestone that they both want to achieve. I don't think. Yeah, I mean, I agree with you, Faye, in terms of how soon it is.
It
sounds a bit awkward, and but if they were still rivals, it would make more sense. But you know, now that they're friends, it's just a bit like.
I think that's why I have more problem with it because you're making the rivalries look a little bit more obvious because you guys are now cool. We're not doubting Davido will shut down the O2 Arena, but why? Well, I think it would actually shut it down.
Do you know what? I was going to bring that up, Lakbe. My question was going to be, let's just say hypothetically that the people do not turn out as they did for Wizkid. What sort of impact? Lakbe, let me hear from you before I come to Ife.
I mean, essentially, that could be a huge blow to his career.
Exactly, and to his esteem, I would say.
Davido, if you know shut them down, hide your face.
Because this is the kind of thing where you think, oh, I can do that, and then all of a sudden it blows back in your face. And maybe not just necessarily because of him, but maybe because people have planned for other things, or there might be another event, and then the turnout won't be as much as he expects.
And you know that people react based on their feelings too. A lot of people might be feeling the way I'm feeling, or the way Lakbe is feeling, that why so soon, and they might just use that to boycott the show. People might get in their feelings. By the way, Drake's In Your Feelings challenge is driving the internet wild right now. So
true.
Yeah. So people might just get in their feelings. And then maybe when I get in my feelings and I don't turn up at the O2 Arena like I always go to all the venues, maybe I'll just use that and do my own In My Feelings challenge.
So annoying.
Lakwe, do you want to say anything else on this?
Well, good luck to Davido. Let's see how well he does. I mean, it'll be really awkward if he doesn't sell it out. But
No, he has 6 months to plan the show. If he doesn't sell it, Wizkid didn't have up to 6 months. Or at least Wizkid didn't start, maybe he had up to 6 months, but he didn't start his promotion 6 months to the Afro Republic concert. But this guy has, from now, if he doesn't shut it down, he should just quit music.
Because I'm telling you, it's going to be so embarrassing if he doesn't sell up. But anyway, watch this space. We'll give you all the lowdown when it happens. Still to come on Tea Time, we've got Scoop on Yemi Alade. Find out what's keeping her in the headlines right after this.
It is not yet over. The Get to Latin Millions promo is still on. 110 people have won up to 65 million naira already, and you can be one of them, as there is 31 million naira still available to be won. You stand a chance to become a millionaire. All you have to do is walk into a Fidelity Bank near you and open an account with 10,000 naira or pay in 10,000 naira to your already existing account. points, and you stand a chance to win 1 million, 2 million, and 3 million naira in the monthly draw. Draw your account to 50,000 naira and stand a chance to win up to 5 million naira. That's not all. Lots of consolation prizes like refrigerators and generators to be won. Rush now to the Fidelity Bank near you and start saving for a chance to become a millionaire in the Fidelity Get a Lot in Millions promo.
We're Fidelity. We keep our word.
I don't get a lot, God do it.
Welcome back to Tea Time, the program that gets you updated on all of the latest entertainment stories. Our next story is on Yemi Alade. As mentioned before the break, the popular Nigerian songstress has boasted that she's on the same level with Davido and Wizkid. But before we talk about it, let's quickly go to Buki November in our newsroom to give us her social media report on the Yemi Alade story. Hi, Buki.
Hi, Tokumbo. Okay, so basically, so that we don't quote her out of context, let me read exactly what she said during the interview. So she says, I respect everybody. We all inspire each other in this industry. There's actually no number one because your top 5 artists in Nigeria that are the biggest in Africa can shut down the exact same capacity. Then she goes on to say, the same capacity Wizkid holds in Africa, I hold it down. The same capacity Davido holds in Africa, I hold it down. The same venues, we all shut down. And finally, she says, so there is no number one, and this is the truth, but not everybody will agree with that. People will say, Yemi, shut up. But that's the truth. Why don't you go and ask the promoters, the people who know the numbers? Again, this is coming from her personal opinion anyway. I mean, she has the right to think whatever she wants to think of herself. And then she didn't mention, so I saw some comments saying, oh, in the world or something. She didn't mention the entire world. She said in Africa. And she says to go ask the promoters. So I guess there are figures to prove these claims. And as she predicted, of course, people came back at her and said, shut up, Yemi. What are you talking about? Let's check her reactions on social. So the story is still developing, but then again, she said it from her personal point of view. So yeah, she has the right to be sentimental about her brand. I mean, yeah, who would say they are less than any other person when they feel that they actually can meet up to these people? I mean, please, I really don't think she said anything wrong, but that's my personal opinion. And that's all I've got for you now. Tokumbo, back to you.
All right then, Buki, thank you very much for that quick report. At least that can serve as a preamble to our conversation. Who wants to go first?
Well, in Africa, I leave it. I rest.
Okay. You can't rest your case if
in Africa. If you're saying you're operating, look, I'm a big fan of Yemi Alade.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm crushing on Yemi Alade.
You are?
Oh, come on. I'm not patronizing her right now, but
anyway, go on.
I'm just saying that I'm a big fan, and I think she's a very good musician. But at the same time, Wizkid, Davido, they have this international recognition. Mama Africa, Mama Africa.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Like, you're in Africa, you do this in Africa. So I understand when she's saying she's operating on the same frequency with Davido and Wizkid within Africa. But would you be able to shut down the O2 Arena like Wizkid did?
Exactly.
Do you understand? So, but I really, really like the fact that she kept saying in Africa.
Okay. In Africa.
End of story.
Lakme, are you going to say in Africa too?
No, I completely agree with I completely agree with Ife. I think people underestimate how big her fan base is across Africa. In fact, dare I say, if not more than Davido, like she's got a huge fan base. She's female as well, and she has the whole like Afrocentric look going, which people love, and it's not something that we project anyway. And there is the rest of the continent outside of Nigeria. That's what Nigerians probably don't realize, that she could go to Rwanda or like somewhere like in Uganda and sell out an entire stadium. because she's that good. And I think she's underrated here. We don't really appreciate her music as much as the rest of Africa does. So she is right in that sense.
But I do have an issue with this in the sense that if you've won an award, you know, I would understand. But, you know, you haven't won...
Yeah, but we know that all, like, you know, awards are dodgy anyway. Like, it depends who's voting.
But she has awards.
And she
No,
does
that's not
have
what I
awards.
mean. What I'm saying is if she had won an award now and, you know, she made that that sort of comment, I think...
No, she's making it based on facts. Like, numbers don't lie. She knows how
Yeah, and she
much-
even told you,
What
go
I'm
and
saying
ask
is- no,
the
what I'm saying-
promoters,
no,
the
what I'm
ones who
saying-
know the number.
You
She even
guys
said
are
it
still
that-
not getting my point. My point is, why come out of the blue to say that? If it's well known, there's no point
Tokumbo.
to
It's not well known.
Tokumbo.
Clearly, that's why
Tokumbo.
people are disagreeing. It's not well known. And also, even if it... I mean, she doesn't
No,
have
what
to...
I'm saying is not well known. What I'm saying is that it's
She doesn't have to
obvious.
get an award. She can
No,
say...
that's not what I'm saying. I think you guys still don't understand where I'm coming from. If she got an award and she made that sort of comment, I will understand. What I'm saying is that, you know, this doesn't... There's no need to come out and say this now.
She just
to
didn't
prove-
come out or go on social media to write this. She was in an interview. They asked her a question and she responded, and this was the response. So it's not like it was she just came out on her own. She wrote it on her social. Myself and Whiskey were operating on the same thing.
It was a soundbite,
yeah, it was. That's what I'm saying, that this is news. People pick out the news. And I think they just took out the best part that was interesting and they just put it out there. And that is why this is out now. It's not
All
like
right
she came
then,
out to
Ife,
do this.
thank you very
Yes.
much indeed. That brings us to the end of the edition of Tea Time. Join us this afternoon for another really good episode of the program. My thanks as always go to my co-anchors, the entire production team, and last but not least, our stylist, courtesy of Kudi Empire. Until next time, I'm Tokumbo Taiwo saying good morning.